Well, hey there, folks. Tip here from the Stupid Gardener. It is Saturday, April 18th, 2020, and today is tomato planting day. Been waiting for this for a long time, and here we are. The kind of tomatoes that I plant the big boy, and these are the indeterminate tomatoes. That indeterminate means that they will grow and grow and grow tall. There's also is a brand called Determinate, which is more of your bush um, tomatoes. And I planted those before, and they just kind of grow wild and grow out. And you have a short season as far as picking them. You probably have a couple of months, and then they're going to go. But I like doing the indeterminate because here in North Carolina in the South, we have a longer growing period, and so they can get up a lot higher. In fact, they can probably get up 6, 7 feet if you want them to, probably more. I've seen them very, very high. Um, so these are the ones that I got, and I plant these tomatoes deep, deep into this raised garden bed, as deep as I can, because I want a big, strong root system. And we know that we have good soil in here because it's mainly compost. And this is a no-dig raised bed. I never turn it, and I never dig and turn it or anything like that. I just let the layers break down. It's all compost and let it break down year after year, and I put a layer of compost on the top. And so the way that I do my tomatoes, and I know there's a lot of people out there that do it like this too. I've been doing this the past 2 or 3 years, and I've had great success with them. What I do, that's here's our tomato here. All this on the side here, I'm going to take all these off. Just clip them all off, and just use your fingernail and get them off all the way to the top. That's a big one there. We'll get that off there, and this one here. So you just want that main stem, and I will take this tomato, and I'm going to plant it all the way in the ground up to here. Okay. Now, if you look on your tomato, you got all this like fuzzy little hairs here. Actually, what those are roots. So you want to get this tomato down to about there, so you have a nice strong base that's going to be feeding just these leaves here. And that means you're going to have a root system here, then you're going to have another root system probably starting right here and all the way down. And because these are going to grow tall, you don't want them to fall over. So, and I know a lot of people are afraid of doing that because other plants that you buy, they tell you, oh, just plant right up to where the top of the stem is there, and but these tomatoes, you want to plant them deep. And we got a good 8, 9 inches here, so I get these down to about here. And when I pull these in the fall, I'll show you the root system on these tomatoes, and it is just gigantic. They will grow like crazy. So what I'm doing, I'm digging all the way down into my raised garden bed, and I am putting on the bottom there, I'm putting this nice screen compost that I have, filling that hole up, and I'm getting the hole nice and wide and filling up with this nice compost here. And also I got some nice compost tea that I'm filling the hole with, and this will feed this plant and just get it up and get it going. And these will get real high. And then I have these cages that I put around them, and here's one right here. And so I want this tomato plant just to grow all the way up here, and I'm going to be pruning off the bottom here and getting it high. And when it gets up to the very top, I can take another of these cages and strap it on the top and just let this thing go. So I want a good 5, 5.5, 6 feet to get all our tomatoes that we want this year. And I got 3 of them here, and so these really should get rolling soon after I put them in, because it's beautiful weather down here. And another thing with planting tomatoes down here in the South is that the bottom of this, when this grows up, you want to make sure you're getting off all the leaves on the bottom, because it gets hot and humid down here, and I want that airflow to be hitting the bottom of that plant, and I don't want the leaves and the limbs down here to be blocking that. So we want this thing to grow up, get plenty of air, and just grow straight up. And then we'll work on, in fact, I got a sucker right here that I got to get off because I did this kind of quick. We'll get that off there. And then I think this one here is the main one, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this one off. And this is kind of scary to do. The first time I did this, I thought, man, they're not going to grow. But boy, did they ever grow. You know, in fact, they grew so much they were lifting the cage, the tomato cage, right out of the ground. So you really got to work on pruning them, and you'll have a longer growth season with the indeterminate tomatoes. You know, but you know, if you just one